Hey guys, it's Brock with eBike Generation. We're here at the Bakcou headquarters here in northern Utah. We're so excited to be here. Brian here's going to introduce us to the new 2020 Storm. So Brian?
Awesome. Yep. So excited to have Brock here from eBike Generation, but also just really excited to introduce you to our 2020 Storm model. Our Storm is our full suspension bike. As you can see here, has the same GT MRK air suspension fork that our Mule and our Flatlander has. However, it also has our RockShox rear suspension. The Storm is built around Bafang's Ultra mid-drive motor, creates 160 Newton meters of torque, built with all metal gearing, built to climb, built for rough, rugged terrain, built to last. Just like our Mule is, the Storm will climb anything that you dare come back down. So it's not a matter of can you climb it, but after you do you dare ride back down it. The Storm is equipped with all the same components that our Mule is. The Mule has been the #1 selling fat tire electric hunting bike in the US for over 2.5 years now. But what the Storm is able to do is give you that Cadillac ride. Because of the full suspension, you're able to ride this over that rough, rugged terrain. It just chews up those rocky trails. I know Brock's a big fan of it. He's got one and been riding it for quite some time.
100%. Brian's given me the opportunity to ride all these bikes. I love the Mule, but the Storm is just, it is the Cadillac. That's the perfect description of this bike for sure.
Absolutely. So with regards to the other components of the bike, comes with wide handlebars for a good base of support, has the locking handle grips, the color LCD display. The Storm comes equipped with a front and rear mud fender, comes equipped with the pannier rack, comes with the wide stance pedals with the big cleats that grab your boots. There's big holes in the pedals so that mud and sand and snow and stuff, debris falls through the pedals and doesn't collect on the pedal. It comes with long-lasting lithium-ion cell batteries. When we talk about long-lasting lithium-ion cells, when you go to the grocery store and you purchase a 9-volt battery, you can buy one for $3 or you can buy one for $12. Well, these are the $12 version batteries. These are cells that are built to hold a charge for an extended period of time, so they give you longer distance. The Storm comes with a 17.4 amp hour battery. You can upgrade it to a 21, and guys will ask, well, do I want to upgrade? At the end of the day, your battery is your gas tank. So the bigger your gas tank, the further you're going to be able to go. So for a guy my size, just to kind of give you an idea, on a 17.4 amp hour battery at 165 pounds, hunting in Idaho or Utah or Wyoming, Colorado, using the bike for what it's intended, climbing up some hills and some flat ground, some old logging roads, not using throttle all the time and not on a pedal assist 5 all the time. I'm riding on a level assist 1 or 2, but then I'm climbing in a level 5. I will average about 2 miles per amp hour. So on a 17.4 amp hour battery, I'm gonna get roughly 35 miles on a single charge on this bike. The Storm comes with 26-inch wheels with the Maxxis Minion tires. Has a little bit of an upgrade from our Mule and our Flatlander. The Storm actually comes with quad piston hydraulic disc brakes. So a little better stopping power, has 203 millimeter front rotor and a 203 millimeter rear rotor. Comes with a 5 amp charger, so it'll charge this battery in about half the time that our Mule and our Flatlander do. They come with a 2 amp charger. Our Storm really is our high performance bike. We probably sell as many of these bikes to non-hunters, just outdoor enthusiasts, as we do hunters, just because it's just a great all-around bike with a great suspension. The big thing about the Storm, and what's really important when you're looking at a full suspension electric bike, is that you've got to have, if you have a motor that creates that much torque and is as powerful as the Ultra motor is, you have to have a suspension that is just as beefy and just as durable. So you'll see here these stabilizing bars here on the rear suspension of the bike. That's because if you don't have a big beefy suspension and you're mashing down on the pedals and 160 Newton meters of torque is kicking in with those big 4-inch fat tires, you're actually going to cause your frame to flex. And so we had to come out and stabilize this bike and create stability with all of that torque and the power of the rider on this bike so that it's able to translate your energy and the energy of that motor into forward motion rather than losing it into a frame and then having wear out of components. Comes with the same gearing that's on our Mule and on our Flatlander. Has a 40-tooth front chainring and a 12x36 rear cassette, so you can get up into those 30+ mile-an-hour ranges on the straightaways, but still has those low-end gears to be able to climb just about anything that you want. Again, comes with the color LCD display. It's a 9-speed, just a great all-around bike. You know, we've had nothing but positive reviews. It's one of my favorites. If I'm going out with just a pack on, the biggest difference that you'll want it when you're comparing, do I want a Mule or do I want a Storm? The big thing is, because this is a full suspension, it's got more movable parts back here. So if I'm going on a rough, rugged trail, then I want to have probably the Mule, because the Mule's got a solid rear end. So it's a stable rear end that's able to pull that trailer that's moving up and down. Whereas the Storm, with more movable parts, if you're towing a trailer behind you, you've got more movement in the back end of your bike and more movement in the trailer. So it probably doesn't trail just quite as well as the Mule does. You can lock out the rear suspension. That does stabilize it a little bit. But if we're going to really get down to the nitty-gritty, a solid rear end in a hardtail bike is going to tow a little bit better. But for those guys that 90% of the time are riding around with a backpack and they want that Cadillac ride all day long, you're going to want the Storm. So
100%. This thing will climb anything, and Matt gets up and goes for sure. So thank you very much for all of that.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching.